Hello everyone and welcome to the Bristol Motor Speedway in Bristol, Tennessee for the running of the Food City 500 here at the Last Great Colosseum. Up in front, we have Ryan Newman and alongside him, Texas, Terry Labonte. Behind them, Elliott Sadler with his best start this season and Jimmy Johnson. But look who sits in that 5th position, the number 14 of John Andretti. What a run in qualifying this team had. And right now he will be rolling off 5th for this race here at Bristol in 6th. Two-time winner this season and defending race winner, Kurt Busch. Row 7, Matt Kenseth, and in position 7, Matt Kenseth. And starting 8th, the Arnold Motorsports number 50. What a run for Derek Cope as well in this qualifying session. He starts 8th for the underfunded Arnold Racing Team. Great run for them. In 9th, Martin Truex Jr. In 10th, Kevin Harvick. 11th, Mark Martin, the runner-up to Atlanta. In 12th, Dave Blaney. In row 13, Rusty in 13th, Rusty Wallace and Dale Jr. 15th, Jeff Green. 16th in his debut start in the Cup Series, Jay Sauter in that 60 car. 17th, Ricky Rudd, and 18th, Scott Pruitt filling in for the injured Casey Mears. In 19th, Tony Stewart, and 20th, Greg Biffle. Row 11 sits Kerry Earnhardt. He was released from Richard Childress Racing after last week at Darlington, and now the 02 East Tennessee Trailers, Pontiac here. The old Pontiac body being pulled out for this Bristol race for Kerry Earnhardt. He sits there in that 21st position in row 11. Alongside him, Dale Jarrett. Row 12, Jeff Burton and Jeff Gordon. Row 13, Ward Burton and his old ride, Scott Wimmer in that Bill Davis 22. Row 14, Kyle Petty and Jeremy Mayfield. Row 15, Jamie McMurray and Michael Waltrip. Row 16, Scott Riggs and Bobby Labonte. Row 17, Johnny Sauter, Brian Vickers. Row 18, Kirk Shelmerdine and Casey Kane. Row 19, Ken Schrader and Kenny Wallace for MWR. Row 20, Matt Kobaluk making his debut start in the Cup Series. He's driving for that James Finch number 09. Alongside him, Ricky Craven. And in the last row, Matt Crafton and Sterling Marlin. Both of those drivers had a pretty poor qualifying run. Ryan Newman looking to take home a victory for the first time this season. He's been up there in front for a lot of this season, but he's still looking for that first win. And Terry Labonte, he's had a struggling start to this 2004 year, but right now he's starting 2nd. Could be a good day for him. We're just going to speed this up just a little bit more. We don't have to talk all that time. Elliott Sadler in that 38 Combos Ford. Combos jumping on to sponsor this car for about 5 races this season. It's going to be a good job for Robert Yates. But again, we just have to talk about John Andretti and Derek Cope, 2 drivers. They ran a while ago. They don't have many wins in the series. 2 wins for John Andretti, 1 win for Derek Cope. 2 wins for both drivers in their careers in this Cup Series, and now they are starting 5th and 8th in 2 underfunded equipment cars. This could be a great day for them. Short tracks are the good day for all these underfunded teams to run because the aerodynamics and the engines aren't as powerful at these tracks where speedway strength isn't as strong as just being able to drive this track. We'll go ahead and go down trackside for the commands to fire the engines here at the Last Great Colosseum of Bristol Motor Speedway. And the engines fired, the dull hum of all 42 engines as they're going to roll off onto the front stretch here at Bristol. It will be a 100-lap event at the Bristol Motor Speedway, the longest lap count of the season, and sure to see a lot of bent fenders, bad tempers, and some sparks flying here at Bristol. Right now, Ryan Newman starting on the pole. It's not a long pace lap, so these guys will be going green very quickly here. Not much time to see this, but Ryan Newman in that 12 car, he's looking to take this race lead, pull away, and Terry Labonte, Jimmy Johnson, Kurt Busch, 3 drivers starting on that outside line. You don't want to be on the outside here at Bristol. Outside line chews you up, spits you out at the back of the pack. Coming around to take the green flag, Newman's going to lead us down. A beautiful jump by Ryan Newman. The outside line does not get going, and Newman leads us into turn number 1. Elliott Sadler clear into the 2nd position. We'll already have that flyby off the corner. 1 car getting turned. That's Jeffrey Earnhardt on the back straightaway in that 02 car. Big crash already. Jeff Gordon, Jamie McMurray involved in it. But now everyone 2 and 3 wide. They're all scattering, trying to get around off of that crazy hectic first lap. And they are 3 by 3. A couple cars on the apron here. What a run there. 3 wide coming off of the corner. Now Ricky Craven and Matt Crafton are going to get together. A crazy start to this event here at Bristol. Caution is now out. Everyone getting aggressive early. You cannot go 2 and 3 wide here. Now Jeremy Mayfield's also going to get turned by Jeff Burton on the pace lap, so that's a bit of a no-no for Jeff Burton. Kerry Earnhardt with heavy damage to that 02 car. You see Matt Crafton running into the back of Jeff Gordon. Not a lot of drivers being able to slow down. Ryan Newman is your race leader. And a crash fest already to open up the first laps at Bristol. However, this is usually the most hectic part of the track, is the green flag. Matt Crafton, heavy damage to him. The 24 as well. Jeffrey Earnhardt was the driver that got spun around. The other 3 also spun around. So we'll see what'll happen during this race. And it looks like already everyone going to come down pit road, take those 4 tires and fuel. We'll see what the strategy is here. But all 42 cars are going to bring it down pit road. Ryan Newman in that 12 car, he's going to be the one leading us down. And Newman, that Penske team has gotten him out pretty strong for pit stops. Remember, at Darlington, it was Kevin Harvick who beat Kurt Busch by a long shot off of pit road, and it was Kurt Busch losing 11 spots on pit road at Darlington, and Kevin Harvick gaining 4 to go on and win the race. We'll see what will happen on pit road here. You see on the backstretch, everyone's already has been to the service of their crews. Everyone pulling in. It looks like fuel only. Jimmy Johnson kind of held up, but Newman leads us out. Johnson second, John Andretti third, Kurt Busch fourth, Matt Kenseth fifth, Truex sixth, Wallace seventh, Jeff Green eighth, Ricky Rudd ninth. Looks like Jay Sauter 10th. A lot of cars on pit road. It looks like some slow stops, some service to these cars, and we'll see who will be trapped a lap down right away. The 5, the 38, stuck on pit road, so their crews, it looks like, are already going to work hard under the roofs of that car. We'll see if they will be able to get out before the lap traffic. There's Derek Cope. He's all the way back to the 30th position now, and you see Dave Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Elliott Sadler, Terry Labonte stuck on pit road. Issues for all 5 of those cars, and they will go a lap down early on here at Bristol. The Bristol pit road's too strong. The 5, they are under the hood of the 5 car. The 38 as well was complaining. Terry Labonte runs right into the side of Elliott Sadler. Now they're 4 wide on pit road. Terry Labonte, what are you doing? And what has happened at the start of this race? They're going to be 4 wide coming off of pit road. But a lot of teams having troubles on pit road. Bristol, a tough pit road to get on and off of, and it looks like we're hearing that the 5 and the 38 both stalled their cars. The 29, they had to go under the hood of that. The 23 had to replace a battery, and the 6, we are unknown what happened to the 6. We will be going back green this time by, but let's go ahead and get these replays of what happened to bring out this caution and a hectic start to this Bristol event. Bristol is never that good on NR, just due to how short the track is and how tough it is for teams to get around, especially on pit stops. So we'll go ahead and see what happened here on this start. On the start of this event, let's see. Kerry Earnhardt in the 02. He's going to have Jeff Burton right on his back bumper. They're going to go 3 wide. Burton gets the nose to the inside of the 02. He spins him off, and Jeffrey just gets turned back. Gordon also got hooked by Jamie McMurray, and they all crash together. Then further up here, Matt Crafton in that 31. They're going to come down this back straightaway. I forget who turned. Forget who got spun. I think it was Matt Crafton, and that's 31 getting spun. Craven gets hooked by Schrader into Matt Crafton, and that's the crash that starts this race. We'll go ahead, get back to the green flag here at Bristol. 7 laps through this crazy event already, and drivers will be lining up on the bottom. Ryan Newman's in the race lead. Jimmy Johnson second. John Andretti up in third. Kurt Busch fourth. Matt Kenseth fifth. 6th, Martin Truex. 7th, Rusty Wallace. 8th, Jeff Green. 9th, Ricky Rudd. And 10th, Jay Sauter. In 11th, Tony Stewart. 12th, Kyle Petty. 13th, Jeremy Mayfield. 14th, Dale Jarrett. 15th, Michael Waltrip. Elliott Sadler, Dave Blaney, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Terry Labonte will be lining up on the inside line. We'll see if they can get their laps back. That's 5 fast cars. Dave Blaney really slow, though. Coming up to the line. Coming back to the green flag. Sadler versus Newman. Sadler's going to remain right there. We're back racing here at the Bristol Motor Speedway. And drivers already making moves. Kevin Harvick has Mark Martin all over the back of him. Newman lets him by. Now, Ryan Newman's still in the race lead, but now Sadler, Blaney, they've made it past. We'll make sure that everyone will be able to get off this corner cleanly. It looks like for the most part, cleanly at the back of the pack. Scott Pruitt in that 41, pretty slow. Sterling Marlin already with damage as Pruitt looks to the inside of Kerry Earnhardt. We're just going to keep looking through the field, making sure everyone can drive cleanly. 3 wide, Kyle Petty, Michael Waltrip, Dale Jarrett right there, and they're going to remain 3 wide down this front straightaway. But now let's see the battle for this race lead. Is Ryan Newman up in front. Back in second, Jimmy Johnson. Third is now Martin Truex Jr. with fourth, Rusty Wallace. Fifth, Jeff Green. Battle for sixth between Tony Stewart. Now Jay Sauter going to drop back on the outside. John Andretti getting put into the wall there. And everyone 2 and 3 wide. It's a stack up. Kyle Petty's going to go around at the back with Scott Wimmer in it. Bobby Labonte, Ken Schrader. The 09 getting through that. A lot of damage right there. And Scott Wimmer's 22. It looks like that'll be the end of the day for him. Blowing up in that 22 car. And just not a lot of room at Bristol for these guys to make it around. And it looks like getting aggressive early, but 3 cars will get their laps back. You see, John Andretti was really stacking that field up. Everyone's going to get back around to get back on, line back up. We'll take a look and see what happened to Sterling Marlin also in that event, but a lot of cars will be heading around. You see Derek Cope, he was off to a great day. That's heavy damage to the 50 car. It looks like his day should be done with a good run. Scott Wimmer, the 22 car, his day is going to be done. The smoke pouring out of that Bill Davis 22. And no, they will try to repair that car. The 49 is in the garage, or in his pit box as well. And we'll see a couple drivers taking some strategy. Tony Stewart will lead him down pit road. Michael Waltrip's going to follow with him. Scott Riggs as well, so some early pit strategy here. To start out at Bristol, Brian Vickers as well comes down. Jamie McMurray has some damage. It looks like he's going to go repair that. Everyone else is going to stay out. There's Derek Cope. We'll see if he can get back out in time. They're going to be taking 4 tires there, so we'll see. Can Derek Cope beat him out? No, he will be a lap car. Pace car is going to get around him, but a lot of cars now down pit road. Let's go ahead and get a replay of what happened to bring out the second caution of this race involving Kyle Petty. Okay, yeah, so 3 wide. 3 wide at Bristol does not work. These guys are getting aggressive. We're going to slow it down. So 3 wide. Scott Wimmer is right there in the middle. You got Johnny Sauter in that 30 on the inside. Kyle Petty comes off of the wall, bounces into Scott Wimmer. So that looks like Petty's fault. He was real high on the track, came off the corner. I think he bounced off the wall. But Scott Wimmer is going to end up turning the 45 around in front of the field. Petty is going to back it into the wall pretty hard. The 22 hits. Bobby Labonte, nowhere to go. He runs into the back of him. Ken Schrader runs right into Scott Wimmer. You also see Jeff Gordon, Ricky Craven further back there. When they're 3 and 4 wide, can't really get through. Matt Kobaluk is going to get some damage off of Jeff Gordon. Matt Kraft did a great job making his way through it. Scott Pruitt actually got hits Derek Cope into the 22. So Pruitt just mustered his way through that field. We'll go ahead and get another angle of this crash on board with Scott Wimmer. 22 car, Kyle Petty's been 3 wide this entire lap almost. There's the 45 on the outside. He just turns right down into these two, not giving either of them enough room. Petty bounces into the wall. Scott Wimmer gets just dinged all around. Now you see Derek Cope kind of getting a punt from Scott Pruitt. That's going to end Scott Wimmer's day. Let's go ahead and get back to the green flag here at Bristol. And you see Mark Martin, Terry Labonte, the 2 lap cars lining up on the inside. Ryan Newman leads with Jimmy Johnson second, Rusty Wallace third, Martin Truex fourth, and Jeff Green fifth. Kurt Busch sixth. Ricky Rudd seventh. There's a couple more lap cars, Ken Schrader and Derek Cope. John Andretti, he was having a good day, started fifth. And problems for the 14. His day is going to be over for the PPC Racing number 14. We're going to go back green here with Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, Rusty Wallace in the race lead. Mark Martin, Terry Labonte, the 2 faster cars on the inside. This could be big for him. No, Newman with a great jump. Johnson's going to be stuck on the outside, and it's Ryan Newman leading these guys into turn number 1. Already 3 wide further back. These guys are getting aggressive early. Haas CNC racing all together. There's John Andretti pulling it down pit road, but Ryan Newman out into the early lead. Martin Truex Jr., hello, top 3 for that number 1 car. Rusty Wallace 4th, Jeff Green 5th. Further back, there's Jay Sauter. Kenny Wallace is up into the outside wall there as they're going 3 and 4 wide. It looks like there might have been an issue further back. Couple cars on the apron. Johnny Sauter is doing something in that 30 car. He's not being too smart with his driving today, especially that he's on kind of a parole from RCR in that 30 car. Jeremy Mayfield has damage. Ricky Rudd is slow on the inside, but Ryan Newman is the driver out in front. We'll go ahead, see the flyby as they head through 3 and 4. This is a trouble corner right here. Actually, the exits are just trouble corners, but the rest of the field, it looks like they're starting to calm it down. Only single file 2 wide. Ricky Rudd with the damage, and we'll go ahead and back up and see Ryan Newman pulling away with this race, looking for Roger Penske's first win this season. Some smoke on the front stretch. Might have been a car around. That might have been Ricky Rudd and Jeremy Mayfield. We'll get back to that when we get a caution. John Andretti back out, but Jimmy Johnson in second. Martin Truex third. Look at Jeff Green. His teammate Kyle Petty already wrecked out of this race, but Jeff Green up here in the 5th position. A great run for Petty Enterprises today for that 43 car. Matt Crafton in 6th. Battle for 7th. Look at Jeff Burton. He's wrecked a couple guys today, but Roush Racing has said if he cannot perform, he is out of that 99 ride. It looks like today at Bristol he's trying hard to do that. Ward Burton also in 8th. A great job for that 0 car as he's making his way up through the field, up into the top 10 with teammate Jay Sauter. Jay's first start in the 60 car this season for a 5-race contract, I believe, with Haas CNC. He's up there in that 11th position. Cars around up in front. Martin Truex Jr., Rusty Wallace, and they pile in. Dale Jr. piles in. Ken Schrader as well. 2-3 wide there. And another caution here. Brian Vickers gets turned at the end by Kevin Harvick. Caution will be back out. This track, they will drive pretty aggressively, but a lot of crashes, and we knew that this race would be expensive for teams. Ken Schrader and Martin Truex Jr. both in it. Dale Jr. as well. That takes 2 of the 3 DEI races damaged up in this crash. Ryan Newman bringing him back down pit road. Only 1/4 of the way through. Ryan Newman in that 12 car leading us around onto pit road. Jimmy Johnson staying behind Mark Martin for some reason, but it will be Ryan Newman leading them down pit road. Johnson goes with him, Jeff Green, Matt Kenseth. There's also Jeff Burton. It looks like everyone on the lead lap going to come on in. May as well when everyone else is coming on down to pit road. It is that Kirk Shelmerdine. Kirk Shelmerdine was inside the top 10 for the 72 car when he was coming down pit road. What a run that team is having. We'll go ahead and you can see the work being done on the backstretch pit road. This Bristol you have to take the entire track around, so that kind of slows a lot of people down on pit road. Let's hope everyone will be able to get out before pit road, and before the pace car comes back around. It'll be hard there. Dale Jr. is already bringing that 8 car back out. He did come in before the rest of these guys, though. Now coming down pit road, Elliott Sadler, bit of trouble getting into his pit stall up there. Jeff Burton's going to be up front, but Ryan Newman leads us out. Elliott Sadler 2nd, Jimmy Johnson 3rd, Jeff Burton up to 4th, McMurray 5th, Kane 6th, Ward Burton 7th, Kirk Shelmerdine 8th, Ricky Craven 9th, and Bobby Labonte 10th. What a run for those guys right there. Here comes the pace car coming back. Roush Racing having a bit of problems on pit road, and pit road, of course, at Bristol, it's hard to get back out, especially on a cramped pit road, but there's a lot of problems on this pit road with the tight pit boxes. 60 cars going to go lap down the 6th. A lot of teams just coming on in, so that's going to be a lot of cars trapped a lap down, but it will be Ryan Newman maintaining the race lead in this Bristol race with Elliott Sadler 2nd, Johnson 3rd, Burton 4th, McMurray 5th, Kane 6th, Ward Burton 7th, Kirk Shelmerdine 8th, Ricky Craven 9th, and Bobby Labonte 10th. Jeff Gordon up to the 15th position, Matt Kobalek 16th. And there you see that's going to be a plethora of cars lapped down due to problems on pit road. Kevin Harvick, Kurt Busch, Matt Kenseth, Mark Martin, all of Roush just got taken out in that incident there on pit road, but Ryan Newman will be the driver leading us around. Let's go back and take a replay of what happened to bring out this caution, as well as with Sterling Marlin and Jeremy Mayfield. Or Ricky Rudd and Jeremy Mayfield. Whoa! Hello, Johnny Sauter. And there's the phone. Jeez, they were 3 wide up in front of this. So let's see. Jeremy Mayfield enters the corner. Look at that. 3 wide up in front with the Haas CNC racing cars and a Roush Racing entry. Jeremy Mayfield's going to come up the track. He's sliding around. Ward Burton, Dale Jarrett also getting together further up. But now Mayfield comes off. No, Ricky Rudd and Kurt Busch make contact there into Johnny Sauter. So Sauter wasn't the cause of it, but Ricky Rudd, Johnny Sauter, and Jeremy Mayfield all pile in into the inside wall. That's going to be heavy damage for that 21 of Ricky Rudd. See the rest of the field above trying to dive right around that. And there's the 30 in that AOL 30. He dives down to the inside. So that's the caution that did not bring out, or that's the wreck that did not bring out a caution. Let's go ahead and see what happened to bring out said caution. I'm gonna guess right here. So Martin Truex Jr. He's up in front of Rusty Wallace. Wallace is just gonna dive to the inside of Truex, puts him in the wall. So that could be a bit of an issue between Roger Penske and Teresa Earnhardt. But Dale comes in. You see the 49 and the 60 both made contact. But Rusty Wallace just dives and turns the one, gets him out of the way, but wrecks himself as well. So that's gonna be a bit of a fight at the end maybe between Martin Truex Jr. and Rusty Wallace. Let's go back to the green flag. If we can get back to the green flag. Yeah, look at all the lap cars. As we said, Bristol is the most troubled track on the NR2003 simulation. And with the pit road, with how these guys drive it, there's always going to be a bunch of lap cars depending on how many crashes you have. So you see that inside line lining up, a lot of fast cars on the bottom though. But Ryan Newman will be leading us down. Junior and Andretti trying to remain on the lead lap. We'll take a look. Andretti is actually 2 laps down. Marlin, Scott Wimmer, Ricky Rudd, and Ken Schrader all out of this event. We have 22 on the lead lap. Coming back to the green flag, Junior's the one basically leading us down. We're back racing here at Bristol, and Junior's going to slow up Ryan Newman. Elliott Sadler now all over the back of him. Coming off of the corner, slower cars mixed with the faster cars. Jeffrey Earnhardt's going to get turned once again across the field, and now they are 3 wide again. 4 wide in the corner. Tony Stewart, where are you going? Jeffrey Earnhardt in the 02, his day is now done. The damage on that car is too big. Jimmy Johnson making a move for the race lead under Ryan Newman, and that will be Hendrick's laps led today, his first of the season. Jay Sauter all over the back of Jeff Burton. There you see the 99 of Jeff Burton making moves. But Jimmy Johnson, now your new race leader. We'll get a flyby off the corner. There you see 4 cars trying to get back on the lead lap further up. But the rest of the field, it's just a cluster of cars. Kevin Harvick, Derek Cope getting turned at the back almost. He does, but he saves it. Pushes Terry Labonte back up the track. 2x2, a lot of damaged cars in the way. A lot of faster cars trying to make their moves up. But it's Jimmy Johnson in the 48 all the way out in front. Elliott Sadler second. And now Jeff Burton in that 99. Look at him up in the 3rd position. Now looking for second on Elliott Sadler. Bit of contact there off the corner. Bit of bumping and banging. Bobby Labonte now 3 wide with Jamie McMurray and Jay Sauter. That is for position around McMurray. Kirk Shelmerdine in the 72 car. He is up in the 6th position right now. What a run for Kirk Shelmerdine as he's going to move Dale Jr. up the track. But could Kirk Shelmerdine be the upset and win this race? That could be huge. Oh, and Jeff Green going 3 wide. 3 wide right there under Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, Jimmy Johnson, he's going to lap Scott Pruitt again. Johnson pulling away here at Bristol now as we have our longest green flag stretch of the race. Jeff Burton, Ryan Newman, Casey Kane, Elliott Sadler. This is a battle from 3rd to 5th. Who will be able to win from that, or 2nd to 5th? 6th, Kirk Shelmerdine. 7th, Bobby Labonte. 8th, Dale Jarrett. 9th is Jamie McMurray. And 10th, Matt Crafton. The heavy damage to the 31. And this rookie still overperforming. He's up there in 10th. Michael Waltrip in 11th. Ricky Craven 12th. 13th is Ward Burton. 14th, Jeff Gordon. 15th, Tony Stewart. 16th, Kenny Wallace. 17th, Scott Riggs. 18th, Johnny Sauter. 19th, Brian Vickers. 20th, Kyle Petty. 21st, Matt Kobaluk. And 22nd, Greg Biffle. 23rd, Dave Blaney. That is your 23 cars on the lead lap. Jimmy Johnson has pulled out to a 1.7 second lead over Elliott Sadler. Bit of contact back there between Casey Kane and Ryan Newman. Big move by Jeff Burton. And that brings that number 99, Pennzoil Ford for Roush Racing. He's up into the 2nd position. Elliott Sadler now dropping back. Sadler back to that 5th position. A bit of an issue there. He got tight in that corner. Look at that. Kirk Shelmerdine, though. The worst he could finish if he stays on the lead lap is still a top 20, so that could be good for him. But now on that outside line, he might just get freight trained. If we can get a green flag run back to the end, some smoke on the apron, and it looks like maybe another spin. Don't know, but there's Jimmy Johnson in that 48. He's right now just leading this race. We got 60 laps to go next time by. He's the driver in the race lead. It was Jay Sauter that must have spun around on the backstretch. Battle for third now between Ryan Newman, Casey Kane. Caution is back out, so we had some green flag racing. Now we're back under caution here. A big spin down in the corner. It's Kirk Shelmerdine in the 72. Ward Burton. Elliott Sadler is involved. So is the 09 of Joe Rutt of Matt Kobaluk, who just pulls up in front of Jimmy Johnson. Oh my gosh. Man, I'll tell you what, Rick Hendrick will not be too happy with that move by Matt Kobaluk there at the end. Drivers are going to be getting back around, getting their laps back. Dave Blaney, Greg Biffle now back on the lead lap. That was close between Biffle and Johnson. But a lot of cars now, some bigger damage there. Jeremy Mayfield, heavy damage for the 19. That's going to be the end of his day, most likely, for Evernham's number 19 team. You also got Ricky Craven, Elliott Sadler. His day is done. He was up there inside the top 5 the entire race. So the combo's 38. That's his day over with. Tony Stewart also with some damage. A lot of smoke down here. Couple cars coming back down pit road. Jamie McMurray, Michael Waltrip, and Matt Crafton. Crafton looks like he just goes for a stop and go, probably filling up some of that gas, but Jimmy Johnson's still in this race lead. Jeff Burton, what a run for this 99 team. He is on the verge of possibly losing his ride, and now he's up in that second position. Let's go ahead and get a replay. What happened to bring out this caution? Pause the game. So let's... Oh, hello. Okay, where is Elliott Sadler? Okay, Bobby, how you doing? So coming down the front stretch, Elliott Sadler looks like he might have an issue on that 38. He's slowing down really bad. But here comes Bobby Labonte. Labonte dives to the inside. Sadler breaks early. Labonte just drives into the side of that number 38, pushes him up into the outside wall. Bobby Labonte goes up and hits the wall with him. They slide around. They're both going to spin. There you see Dale Jarrett and Matt Kenseth go around. Bobby Labonte actually makes it out of that crash, so he doesn't have too much damage from it. Kirk Shelmerdine, nowhere to go, right into the back of Sadler. That's going to spin him around. Michael Waltrip is going to get a slight piece of it, so all 3 cars have been damaged. Ricky Craven's going to run into the side of Elliott Sadler. Sadler gets flipped upside down. You see Ward Burton hit that 0 car. There's where Stewart gets his damage. Jeff Gordon as well getting his damage. Great job. Kenny Wallace just barely gets hit at the end, but Mayfield's in it. Elliott Sadler, Ricky Craven, so a big crash down here in turn number 1 will take many drivers out of this race, including Kirk Shelmerdine, who is on such a tear right now. But let's go ahead and also take a look at what Matt Kobaluk did. You see him in the 09. He's going to try to get back up to speed, and he's just going to come right back up on track real slow and turns right in front of Jimmy Johnson. So that's going to be maybe a penalty to the 09 team. That could be an issue between them, but Matt Kobaluk in the 09 not making a good debut if he's going to rough up Jimmy Johnson. Halfway through this race, we've been under 4 cautions. We'll just take a few pace laps here to calm down this race. Let's go ahead and take a look at some of the drivers that are still inside this top 10. Starting with Jimmy Johnson in this 48. Hendrick has not been a dominating force like they have been for the past few years. Right now, he is up in the race lead, the first lead for Jimmy Johnson this season that he's led consecutively. So a great run right now for the Lowe's 48. But Jeff Burton in second, the Pennzoil Colors up in second for Roush, the only one on the lead lap for Roush Racing. This could be a huge opportunity for Jeff to even win that first race of the season, which could even save his chances at making it to keep a ride for next season. Casey Kane in third, and that Mopar number 9. His teammate Jeremy Mayfield has been damaged pretty roughly today, but he is still up in third, doing very well with Ryan Newman, who led most of the opening part of this race. He's in fourth, and Dale Jarrett in that 88. He sits fifth. Robert Yates Racing has 1 car left. Sixth is Bobby Labonte, who just caused that Elliott Sadler crash. 7th sits Kenny Wallace. Kenny started 38th in the race, the last driver in on time. He sits up in the 7th position. What a run for MWR today. He could be a top 10 contender at the end of this. Johnny Sauter up in 8th. Sitting 9th, Jeff Gordon, with all the damage he has, a destroyed 24. He's still up inside the top 10. And in 10th is Scott Riggs. Brian Vickers sits 11th, Kyle Petty 12th, Matt Kobaluk 13th, Dave Blaney 14th, Greg Biffle 15th, Crafton 16th, McMurray 17th, Waltrip 18th. Then the drivers that are a lap down up front, Scott Pruitt, Matt Kenseth, Jeff Green, Kurt Busch, Kevin Harvick, and Mark Martin will be lining up on the inside line. Jimmy Johnson, Jeff Burton, 2 drivers who are winless so far this season, looking to win right here. And Casey Kane in his rookie year, an outstanding rookie season for Casey Kane so far. He's up in 3rd. Could he win today at Bristol? Have to take a drink of water there as we're going to go back racing here. 45 of 100 laps complete. Coming back to the green flag, Jimmy Johnson leads us down. Pruitt and Kenseth going to stay on that inside line. They want to get their laps back, and we're back racing here at Bristol. Burton walks it up the track. Almost 3 wide off the corner, but Jimmy Johnson now will get down behind Matt Kenseth and Scott Pruitt. Ryan Newman forcing it 3 wide, taking a page out of Rusty Wallace's aggression book here. Newman going to get himself back up into 3rd. Now Jimmy Johnson's going to get shoved up by Jeff Green. Green and Kurt Busch trying to get that lap back. Not going to happen right there. Another car went around on the back stretch, I believe. It looks like Martin Truex Jr. might have been the fault at that. And there is John Andretti in that 14. A lot of cars making their way through. Scott Riggs in the MB2 Motorsports 10. It looks like he's a bit slow right now. A lot of cars trying to make it through the pits. Kurt Busch down pit road. Now Jeff Burton falling into the clutches of the Labonte brothers there. Is they're going to get past. Caution back out on track, but now Scott Pruitt, Matt Kenseth take the lead here at Bristol. What is the issue? Matt Kobaluk is upside down. Michael Waltrip has some damage. Brian Vickers as well. So a crash fest of a race so far. A lot of teams going to be going home with some heavy bills of money there. Matt Kenseth getting his lap back. So does Scott Pruitt. Kurt Busch down pit road in the 97. This is going to be the worst race for him so far this season. Could put a dent in his championship hopes. However, Dale Jr. is only 27th compared to Kurt, who is still ahead of him at this time. Let's go ahead and get a replay of what happened to bring out this caution. There's Matt Kobaluk. He's going to go 3 wide with Brian Vickers. He's going to tag Brian Vickers into Michael Waltrip, into Scott Riggs. They all collide. Matt Crafton gets hit hard. Then John Andretti hits the 09. And then Michael Waltrip comes back to finish off Matt Kobaluk in the 09. Upside down, he goes on his side. So a big hit there. We'll go ahead on board with the 09. See, he just goes 3 wide, looks to the inside of Brian Vickers. He turns Vickers into Waltrip. Waltrip turned into Riggs, and they all just go around. Huge hit for Matt Crafton, John Andretti as well. And around Kurt Busch gets, Michael Waltrip hits the side of Matt Kobaluk, and there's Kurt Busch on pit road. Not even halfway through this race, and we've already seen 6 cautions. Also, let's take a look and see what happened to Martin Truex here at the start of this race. The 1 car is very slow, and it looks like Derek Cope is going to be the one in the 50 car. The slow 50 is going to turn Martin Truex Jr. around on the back stretch, puts him into the inside wall, but no caution for that. Let's hope we can get some green flag laps here at the end of this one. Vickers, Waltrip coming back on the track. We'll go ahead and speed us up to the green flag. So now, with all these cautions, we are back up to 20 cars on the lead lap, with Brian Vickers sitting at the back of that. We have Jimmy Johnson, Ryan Newman, Bobby Labonte, Jeff Burton, and Johnny Sauter, your top 5, with Casey Kane, Dale Jarrett, Kenny Wallace, Kyle Petty, and Jeff Gordon, the top 10. Jeff Green, Kevin Harvick, Mark Martin, Rusty Wallace, Terry Labonte, the next 5 looking to get their laps back here on this restart, because you know there's going to be another caution just shortly after this. We have 46 laps to go. Will we finally see some green flag racing, or will there just be another big pile up at the start of this one? Green flag's back in the air. Jeff Green does not get going as strong as everyone else. Hopefully he'll be able to lead these guys around, and that's what he is going to do. Might have gotten a piece of Jimmy Johnson there. We're going to go ahead, show you guys the flyby off the corner. Not many cars left in this race, but now Ryan Newman diving to the inside in that 12. He's looking for that race lead. Kevin Harvick slowing everyone up on that inside line. Now Mark Martin's going to get shoveled out to the outside, but the battle for the race lead, Ryan Newman back to the inside of Jimmy Johnson. That is for the lead. What are they doing back there? What happened? There had to be a spin. Yes, there is a spin. It's Jeff Gordon in the 24 with Derek Cope and Johnny Sauter. Can you guys just wreck each other and stay out of this race, please? Jeff Burton might have just moved Casey Kane there coming back to the caution. But it will be Kevin Harvick, Jeff Green now going back on the lead lap here, so I guess this is good for some drivers. Brian Vickers is now just stuck on pit road for this entire race. Martin Truex Jr. has heavier damage, Dale Jr. as well. Jeff Gordon, should we even show the cautions again? Because it's just these guys wrecking each other. Let's go ahead and get you guys back a replay of what happened this time. And for some reason, Johnny Sauter and Dale Jr. are all the way on the apron heading into the corner. So, Sauter's going to get turned right here off the corner by Dale Jarrett. Not turned, really, just kind of hit. He's going to go down into Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now, they're going to correct it. They're gonna like, hit each other here. They're going to correct it. Sauter corrected it. But instead of going back up on the track or slowing down, he's just going to slow down on the middle of the apron. Dale Jr. comes back up. They're going to hit Derek Cope. Sauter goes back up into the outside wall. Jr. hits with him. Derek Cope into the outside wall. There's Kurt Busch on the inside. Jeff Gordon going to get a piece of it again. So that's Gordon's 5th crash he's been involved in this race. Michael Waltrip gets turned with him. And just a crash fest of a race here at Bristol. Something characteristic of the Bristol races. Only 100 laps in this event, but a lot of cars go around in this race. Oh my gosh, please just get a green flag. It wasn't this bad last night when I tested this, but oh well, last night doesn't matter. Just give me back to the green flag, dang it. Or wreck. All I'm praying is someone just cause a big pile up where 25 cars get wrecked out, so we have 10 cars left and they're all just racing together. Ryan Newman in the race lead, Johnson 2nd, Bobby Labonte 3rd. At this rate, Kenny Wallace is going to win the race. He's up to 4th. Casey Kane 5th, Jeff Burton 6th, Dale Jarrett 7th, Kyle Petty 8th, Dave Blaney 9th, Greg Biffle 10th. I don't know if this is the Cup Series or the ARCA Series right now, but we're just going to see who's going to win this race. We still have 40 laps to go. Ryan Newman leads us down. Rusty Wallace is, I don't know what he's going to do, if he's going to play teamwork or not. Green flag back in the air. Jimmy Johnson's going to make it 3 wide with Bobby Labonte to his inside. They almost hit each other off of the corner. Jeff Burton's going to get turned by Dale Jarrett. Why not? Hope you came back up and crashed him. Good. So everyone's now involved again. Please just leave the track, people. Or I'll restart this race and fix the freaking track. What do we want? Do we want to just restart this race and try again? Or do we want to just keep going with the chaos and death and these stupid idiots? I'm ready to restart the race and do it on a new track. Damn it. I don't want to... God dang it. Oh, let's go ahead and see what happened here. Let's go ahead and see what happened here. It's Jeff Burton, who Dale Jarrett has wrecked the 4th person in this race. So I'm not even going to slow it down. You just see Jeff Burton just gets hooked by Dale Jarrett again. Burton hits the wall, but he said, you know what, if I'm going to lose my ride, come here, Dale, and just destroys Dale. Matt Kenseth, I don't know what he's doing. Jamie McMurray's just going to get turned right there, back into someone. Matt Kenseth hits hard. Oh my god, this is the worst race I've ever seen. Alright, we'll just keep going. I swear to you, when I tested this race, these guys were like single file for 50 laps. I'm so confused. But whatever, who cares at this point. Ryan Newman in the race lead, Johnson 2nd, Labonte 3rd, Kane 4th, Kenny Wallace is still going to win the race, Greg Biffle 6th, Matt Crafton's up to 7th, Scott Pruitt got his lap back like 2 laps ago. He's now in 8th, Jeff Burton back to 9th, Riggs 10th, Green, Harvick, Jarrett, Sauter, Kobaluk, Vickers is on pit road again, McMurray, Waltrip, Rusty Wallace. Here we go. If we get another crash on this restart, I'm just restarting this race. That's going to be our deal. If they can't go 5 laps without wrecking again, I'm restarting the race on the 2014 track. Ryan Newman leads us down. He jumps away like God. Why are you guys going 3 wide so often? That's my question. Kenny Wallace, 3 wide with them. Matt Kobaluk is on the apron. Newman's out in front. Who's second? Where is second? Why? Jeez, Jimmy, you're bad. Kenny Wallace is now up into 3rd. Kenny Wallace is going to win this race. I told you he's going to win the race. Oh, there goes Jeff. There goes Burton again. And Green. And Kobaluk. No caution. Matt Crafton's in the 3rd position now. He's going to dive under Kenny Wallace for this spot. There's all the smoke on the backstretch. Johnson going under John Andretti. I'm not even running this on 102. I'm running this on 100. This isn't even what... This isn't even the... I don't know what this is anymore. Kenny Wallace is going to get turned by Bobby Labonte now. There goes Kenny. Across the track. Now Pruitt's going to wreck Cope. Labonte's all over the apron. Oh, my lord. You guys suck. You guys are terrible. Team Killer, Food City 500. It's Series Killer at this point. Oh, God. Watch Jeff Gordon just wreck the field now. If he was closer to Kurt, he probably would have. Who's second? Johnson's second. Oh, there you see the field. Isn't that freaking fantastic? Someone's in the wall back there. Someone bounced off of the wall. They're about to wreck the rest of the field again. There's like no one left in the race. Guess you're getting Wacky Wednesday on a Saturday this time. Oh my god, I've wasted 40 minutes of my life. I'm just gonna be more lenient with the damage this time, I guess. Jesus. Alright. Now that I gave you all epilepsy, Ryan Newman's about to win this race. Jeff Gordon in the 24, he has so much damage, he's just running the pit road. That's a battle for some position. Kurt's 2 laps down. Pretty sure. Are they wrecking again? No, it's just Jeff Gordon. Second's Jimmy Johnson. 3rd is Matt Crafton. 4th is somehow Biffle. 5th's Kane. 6th is Harvick. Hendricks just sitting together singing Kumbaya. 7th Bobby Labonte. 8th Wallace. 9th McMurray. 10th is Scott Pruitt. 11th Michael Waltrip. 12th Scott Riggs. 13th Dale Jarrett. 14th Johnny Sauter. 15th Matt Kobaluk. 16th Kenny Wallace. 17th Jeff Green. 18th Jeff Burton. Jack Roush, I don't know what he's going to do with him anymore. There's Ryan Newman. The distance to Johnson's too strong. Newman's probably going to win the race. Somehow there's still 28 cars racing. Here you see the field. We're just going to go on board with a few people because I can't be bothered to commentate this anymore. NASCAR on Fox, crank it up. Oh, great job there, Cope. Cope just got put in the wall by Burton, maybe, I don't know. Battle for 14th is about to be good. Johnny Sauter, the wrecker that killed everyone at Darlington. You got Matt Kobaluk, who killed all Hendrick. Kenny Wallace, he was doing good. Jeff Green, I mean, Petty Enterprises, just there. Jeff Burton, he spun 4 guys today. Maybe Kurt Busch will make this interesting and hit Ryan Newman out of the way. Terry Labonte to the inside of Martin, that's for 19th spot. Jimmy Johnson's in 2nd. Matt Crafton again, somehow 3rd. I don't know. Sign him to the 24. Screw Jeff Gordon. Oh, there they're spinning again. Kyle Petty's around. Got a caution? No caution? Thank God. Ryan Newman got punched out of the way by Kurt Busch. Gordon is still on pit road. Kenny Wallace, big move on Johnny Sauter. That's for the 14th position. Kenny Wallace taking the spot away. Nope. He's somewhere for some reason on the apron, and now Johnny Sauter in the 30. Pull around Kenny Wallace. Scott Pruitt 10th for his debut start. Though Chip Ganassi doesn't give a shit because, you know, he doesn't follow this. Thanks, Diego. Biffle battling for 4th with Casey Kane. There's also Kevin Harvick, Bobby Labonte in there. If you cared. Ryan Newman's still dominating the race. They're about to wreck each other again. We have 13 to go next time by, so hopefully the night race here will be better, or we're going to have to take Bristol off the schedule or use the calmer Bristol. SBP 2007 has terrible camera angles, like atrocious, and the racing is not that good, in my opinion. There's battle for second. We'll just watch this. Out the hood cam of the no hood Matt Crafton is their fight. He's fighting Jimmy Johnson. Crafton could win this race with that much of a damaged car. Ryan Newman's in the race lead in that 12. There's Derek Cope on the outside, the 50. So Jimmy Johnson, I mean, Matt Crafton could pass him right here. That'd be big. Yeah, we'll keep that up there, I guess. Newman's losing time, so this could be a battle at the end. I don't know, where's Newman? There's Newman. 1.91. 1.56, so Johnson and Crafton are catching Ryan Newman, which could be big if Terry Labonte and Mark Martin move out of their way. Now Newman's in the lap traffic. That's the battle for, I believe, 16th? Yeah. Jeff Burton, Matt Kobaluk. Johnny Sauter's on the apron again. I don't know what he's doing. Oh, here comes Terry Labonte. There's Jimmy Johnson right there now. Johnny Sauter. That's RCR for you. But what is he doing? You going to pit? Or like... Nope, okay. Jimmy's going to pass him for second, or for that spot, I think. Oh, no. Maybe he's trying to help Matt Crafton? I don't know. Newman's in the race lead. He has 7 laps to go before he can just walk away with a win. Only way this race will become the most meme is if they just, you know, finish under caution. Matt Crafton in third. That's still what an effort by him. To my 2 viewers now, because obviously this race is the most boring piece of crap I've ever seen because everyone's just dead. Jeff Green's in 17th. That's last car in the lead lap. Newman might wreck him. Maybe Jimmy Johnson can't get around Johnny Sauter, so Sauter's only playing good when he's laps down. Will Matt Crafton be able to pass Johnson? Maybe? I don't know. We got 4 to go. Newman's on his way to his first win of the season, though... I don't know. I don't know anymore. Just listen to the sounds of the cars running around the track, and I'll come back on the last lap when Newman's crossing the line. Greg Biffle's 4th. So that's good. 3 to go. Maybe Johnson and Crafton could get Newman? Maybe? I don't know. Probably not. 2 to go. That's 30 seconds. There's not going to be a post-race. I'm just going to show the standings in Discord, and we're done. I'm done with this. Look at this freaking track. Ryan Newman's in the race lead. He's coming around. White flag this time by. He's going to pass Jeff Green. Mark Martin's moving back up through the field. Matt Kobaluk, I don't know about him. Here comes Ryan Newman. The white flag has gone. Jimmy Johnson, Matt Crafton not going to be there in time. And coming out of turn number 4, Johnson and Crafton, if they had another few laps, they'd get it. But Ryan Newman wins the... It's the Food City 500? I think it's the Food City 500, yeah. Newman wins the Food City 500. Johnson 2nd. Crafton 3rd. Kane 4th. McMurray's 5th. Where'd Biffle go? Biffle's 6th. Labonte 7th. Harvick 8th. Wallace 9th. Waltrip 10th. Screw it. That doesn't matter. Doesn't matter anymore. Race is trash. Newman did it. Thank you guys for watching. I don't even want to save this race. Bye.